Okay, this is Kevin Smith. I'm with Crescat Capital. We're at the Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit, and I'm here with Mike Burke. He is the VP of Corporate Development for Sitka Gold. He's also a geologist, and Sitka is a company that we at Crescat have invested in, we've recently put in money. We are really excited because they're in the Yukon, and they're one of their major projects is in the Yukon, and they are onto a big reduced intrusion style gold discovery that reminds us a lot of Snowline. Most of you know who know Crescat know that we're early investors in Snowline, and that's been one of our most successful investments and big gold discoveries in the Yukon. These guys are onto something similar. Just tell us in general about the discovery.
Yeah, so I've been with Sitka Gold a few years, but previous to that, I worked for the Yukon Geological Survey for 20 years. So started there in the 90s, so very familiar with reduced intrusion deposits as Fort Knox was discovered in the late 80s and explorers started coming over to the Yukon. So worked with Craig Hart, who's the chair over at Snowline Gold. He's on our advisory board. So early stage, getting to understand these deposits. I was first on our Clear Creek project, the RC Gold project, in 1992 when I worked for the Geological Survey as the regional geologist. So very familiar with the project, very familiar with its potential, and I've seen the model of exploring these evolve over the years. And the narrative has really changed with both our Blackjack discovery, which is, initial resource 900,000 ounces at 0.83 grams per ton. And then, of course, the Snowline discovery out at Valley Gold, where they're hitting even higher grade mineralization in a lot of their drilling. So typically, these large, low-grade reduced intrusion deposits are viewed as, half a gram, 0.6 gram deposits. But the narrative has really changed. So the work that Snowline is doing and the work that Sitka Gold is doing, we're starting to focus and try and understand the controls on these higher grade mineralized systems. And that's what we're focused on at RC Gold, and we're having great success. We just recently put out visuals on our deepest drill hole to date. We drilled from surface to 700 meters and observed visible gold over 40 times, starting at 4.5 meters depth to 680 meters. So we're seeing what looks to be a strengthening of the system at depth. And so we're using that knowledge to look at the rest of the property where we have a number of intrusions, 8 different intrusions that all are gold bearing, have had various bits of work on them. So we can apply this knowledge to find more deposits and hopefully the higher grade ones too. So it's an evolving but very interesting deposit. And that's the key, if we can raise that grade a little bit like we're seeing at Blackjack and that Snowline is seeing, these deposits all of a sudden become very economic.
Well, yeah, the Fort Knox deposit in Alaska, and they're mining profitable gold at like 0.3 grams per ton.
That's their head grade they're using there.
The grade that you guys have shown so far is significantly higher than that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it bodes really well for the future, because we have so many targets. We've obviously keyed in on the Blackjack. It's the gift that keeps giving. We haven't defined the limits of it, and we're gaining a lot of knowledge of the controls on mineralization there that we're seeing parallels and other places on our property where there's known mineralization, but maybe not the understanding back. Those were last drilled in 2012, some of these areas that we're looking at. So this new knowledge that we have, we can apply to there and bring more success to the company as we drill those areas. So yeah, these are really, the beauty of these reduced intrusion systems is their consistency, their size. So there's a lot of potential for a pretty significant deposits to be discovered on our claims.
That sounds great. And you've recently expanded your property package, right? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we acquired the claims that were to the south of us, our Blackjack and Eiger deposits. We're only about, a couple kilometers from the claim boundary. So the claims to the south of us, we added another 40 square kilometers. That property package contained the southern portion of the Clear Creek Intrusive Complex, which is this cluster of intrusions. It was the area of Clear Creek that has historically received the most exploration. There's about 4 different areas that have had produced pretty significant results in drilling. So we acquired that ground back in June, and we're looking forward to really testing it and applying the knowledge that we've gained back on those other areas. And I've worked in the past on those in 2012, as well as other members of our team are very familiar because they've worked on those claims in previous drill campaigns. So we've got a really in-depth knowledge of that, and so to be able to apply the knowledge we've gained in our exploration to date onto those, we're pretty excited about that.
That's great. So you have, you're doing a lot of drilling right now, right?
That's right. Yep, we're still drilling. We're going to drill till the end of October this year, when Yukon winter kind of sets in. So we're looking forward to getting through the rest of the season. No reason to stop now. We're producing excellent drill results, so we'll just keep forging ahead. And we're doing other geological work too. We've done some mapping, different things. So we're really working with a kind of holistic approach to really understand this system, because we're very early stage. The initial drilling was in 2020. The discovery drill hole at Blackjack was in 2021. You know, we've been slowly, methodically exploring, you know, working through COVID and some very difficult times in the industry. So to get to this point where, you know, gold is a historic high today, we're starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. We're very well positioned and really happy that we were, you know, determined, knew what we were onto, and kept the ship kind of sailing and working on our project through these difficult years. And we are pretty confident that the payoff for our hard work is going to really start showing itself here in the next year or two.
Well, it seems like it's starting to, for sure. You know, the investing public seems to like the drill results you've been putting out, and showing up in the stock price going up, and that's nice. And you have a lot more assays pending, right?
That's right, yeah. We have a number of drill holes in the assay lab, so we'll have a good stream of information coming out as those assays trickle in. The one hole that I mentioned, hole 68, was our best hole as far as visual results, seeing observations of visible gold. We're waiting on the assays for that one, so we're excited about the results to come.
Some really pretty pictures of the core. I encourage people to go to the Sitka Gold website and you know, take a look and look at some of the results they put out to date.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Every geologist loves to see visible gold, and it doesn't happen that often. So we're getting a little spoiled, but that helps us get out of bed when you know, you see that drill core coming down the hill. The geologists are waiting pretty patiently there because they want to get a good look at it right away. Pretty fun.
Yeah. Well, anything else in general you want to tell the audience about Sitka Gold?
I think, you know, Sitka Gold, we're a very strong technical team. Our board of directors is very strong technically. Corco, our CEO, is a geologist. I'm the VP Corporate Development and a director. I'm a geologist. Don Penner, our president. I could go on the list, but we're very strong technically. We're geologists. We want to find deposits. That's our motivation. We market through the drill hole. I mean, we do our best to get the word out, but we like spending our money on drilling, and that's something we've always committed to in the past, and we've done it. So we're going to continue to deliver on that, and hopefully we'll see a lot more discoveries coming out of Sitka Gold, because we're working hard to find those gold deposits, because nobody gets more excited about them than we do.
All right, and that's as do we. And so you're listed on the TSXV.
Yep.
Okay. It's SIG, I think, is the ticker symbol.
Correct.
On the Venture Exchange. We encourage you to check out their website. And Mike, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Great to meet you in person.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.